and they are hoping that societal shifts regarding gender and sexuality will help pave their way in. I think that they're braver than any soldier on the front lines. I think that they're definitely in line for the next Presidential Medal of Freedom. They never heard of the Girl Scouts? They have to now violate the Boy Scouts. Sick. A fish rots from the head down. Oh, my God. Cosmopolitan magazine praises incest. What else would you expect from them? They're all inbreds. Take a look at Prince Charles. You know where that leads. No, you're a royal family. No wonder they look like that with the ears. Again, ears. I'm sorry. It goes back to the ear show. Look at the ears on them. There may be an association between overly large ears and stupidity. I'm not sure. Look, we got a president, number one. You got Prince Charles, number two. I love his accent, Prince Charles. He speaks a certain form of high-class English that people can't even understand anymore. It's so inbred. Would you ever find a good piece of him speaking? The issue. It's so painful to listen to him. I actually speak English the way it's supposed to be spoken. That's the funny part. Who speaks like an issue? The issue is global warming, the issue. Man never worked a day in his life. Never mind, it doesn't matter. No one knows what I'm talking about. Kasich ad hits Trump, compares him to Nazis. What a moron. A National Review commentator is blasting an attack ad from GOP presidential contender John Kasich that links front-running rival Donald Trump to Nazi Germany. We'll play that ad for you later. You know, Kasich looked good on the stage, but he's finished. He has no standing. What is he doing this for? All he's serving to do now is undermine Trump. So he's serving the purposes of the RNC that wants anyone but Trump in order to make sure Hillary wins. End of story. That's the game. The fight's been thrown. Have a nice day. They don't want anyone to win other than Hillary. If it can't be an establishment stooge like Rubio, the ice cream man, they want her to win because they'll do better under her than they will under Trump. Trump will tighten up the budget, and half these clowns will be out of work. They'll have to be giving out like little sausages in supermarkets, the people who work for the RNC. What job do you think a guy like that could get, a consultant to a Republican today? What job could a man like that ever get outside of politics? Standing in a supermarket with an apron giving you like a small Polish sausage for free with a little piece of cheese? That's about it. It's true. I feel bad for those guys. You know, some of them had corporate jobs. Now they give you out those little mini sausages. I had a cousin once who insulted her husband along those lines. I was at a wedding, and it was those mini franks, and she once said her husband's built like that. I swear to God, in front of everybody. I'm not making this up. And they're still married 40 years later. Can you believe this? She said, yeah, my Manny is like that.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855-400-SAVAGE. Savage. And now, America's most exciting radio talk show, The Savage Nation, home of unprotected talk, borders, language, culture. And here he is, Michael Savage.
Don't quit. Don't tell me.
In the insane world of Barack Obama, this woman has saved the nation from terrorism. He's given her a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Welcome to the Savage Nation. Yes, the insane world of Barack Obama. Things that go on in between his ears is something that only a psychiatrist or a panel of them could ever understand. But he has now perverted the meaning of the Presidential Medal of Freedom and has given it to Barbra Streisand. As you well know, the Presidential Medal of Freedom was originally created to reward people for helping us with national security. But to Barack Obama, I suppose Barbra Streisand terrifies ISIS. As a matter of fact, I'm sure she does. As a matter of fact, that's why they invented the burqa, was because of Barbra Streisand. Anyway, here we are. WBAP, John, let's take some callers on the Savage Nation. What's on your mind?
Michael, in lieu of Thanksgiving, I wanted to thank you for your heart, for your knowledge of Scripture, for your sense of humor, for being that bright light in a dark world today. And so I appreciate everything you do to prepare, the way you deliver all of your study. I thank your ancestors for bringing you into this world, and I just wanted to...
That's beautiful. That is a beautiful step. You know, no one's ever... John, that's a first for me in my entire life. No one has ever said, I thank your ancestors for bringing you into the world. That's astounding what you just said.
powerful. Think about it. That to me, it's not. People look at horoscopes. It's not the deliverance. It's the day you're created. The day that the seed takes root.
No, I agree with you. In fact, I've jokingly said when I've looked at some of the degeneracy in our country and the way that people abuse themselves in public, and I don't have to list people's names, the things that, for example, some of the men in Hollywood do to themselves to gain attention, or the women. Take Charlie Sheen, for example. And I say to myself, this is the product of 3 million years of evolution, is to produce something like this. A piece of protoplasm would have more dignity than him.
Well, I'm the oldest of 13 children. I honor my parents, and too many kids don't know how to respect authority and honor their parents and grandparents and be thankful every day, give thanks to God for their daily bread, for running water, for things we take for granted.
Yeah, I have that. By the way, I have that humility. Sometimes I think I'm foolish to do so, but virtually every drop of every piece of food I eat, I actually remember that I could also be starving to death, and someone is starving to death somewhere on earth. And my ancestors also starved not too many generations ago. The same with clean water, the same with clean air. But most importantly, what I thank God for is the freedom that I have in this country. And I ask myself, how could a psychosis like this invade the highest offices, where they bring people in from lands where freedom is not even part of their vocabulary? Bring in people whose religion itself is against freedom. Why would you bring them in? They're not clamoring for freedom. They're clamoring to impose their barbaric views upon us. That's what most people see. The people are not stupid. The leadership is stupid. Okay, I didn't want to get too worked up, but I want to thank you for that compliment. I want to thank you by giving you my book, Government Zero, which I would encourage you to show proudly at your Thanksgiving table. This is the Savage Nation. It's hour number 2. I'll be with you until a couple of more hours, an hour and a half. And I have to tell you, the Presidential Medals of Freedom, I don't want to get agitated and, righteous indignation, but I've never seen anything as crazy as this. As I told you, I researched the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's very clear. It was a decoration established by Harry Truman to honor civilians whose actions aided in the war efforts of the United States and its allies. Can anyone tell me why he would give it to Steven Spielberg or Barbara Streisand? How does this great award get so destroyed under this man? Why would he do a thing like this? Any person not a member of the armed forces of the United States is eligible. Okay, so it can't be a soldier. Fine. And what's it awarded for? A meritorious act or service which has aided the United States in the prosecution of a war against an enemy or enemies, and for which an award of another United States medal or decoration is considered inappropriate. Close quote. Why would he give it out to Barbara Streisand, James Taylor, Steven Spielberg, unless he wants to debase the meaning of the award itself? Unless this is a furtherance of his agenda to spit in the face of national security itself. Well, anyway, that's one man's opinion. And all I can say is, I'm not surprised. Why? How many years have I told you that one of the first things communists do when they conquer a nation is destroy all of the symbols of the nation they have conquered? 100 times I've told you that, if I told you once. What is the first thing they do? They destroy the symbols, the flag, the meaning of the medals, the history of the nation, as the Black Lives Matter thugs are now trying to do on college campuses, destroy all of the references to those who created the universities. The very universities that take these people in to their fine institutions, they want to now change in their own image. Think about this. Think about who is behind this thinking and what it really means. I don't know. I do know. And not that I don't know. What I was going to say is I don't know how much longer this can last until there's a shooting revolution in the country. And God knows, I've said 1,000 times, we all lose if that happens. Take a look. If you think that a revolution, sometimes I see on the internet stupid things written by people, that unless the tree of liberty is sometimes watered with the blood of despots, the tree can no longer grow. You ever see that crap? It's all over the internet. Now, when a nation is living in tyranny, the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of patriots. I look, stupid. Just stupid. Syria has had the blood of, several 100,000, several million people? pouring? Has anyone gained from it? No one gains from a civil war. Now, I recognize that we're in dangerous times, and I know we have no opposition party. There is no opposition party. It's a one-party nation. I get that. One party, ein Volk, shall I repeat that of old Adolf? Because it applies right now. I think it's one man, one country. Get me that exact statement. I don't want to misquote old Adolf. But we have sort of that right now. One nation, one man, one country, something like that. Ein Volk. I don't want to misquote him. But we're getting dangerously close to one man, one party, one nation. We're getting real close to that. You're telling me Jake Tapwater represents the media? That stooge? That stooge, you know what I like? I see I almost just said something I would regret. What I'd like to wish he eats over turkey? What I'd like to wish he would eat in a turkey? A bone I'd like him to eat. These people, what they've done to us. That's all they deserve is a bone with nothing on it. A soup bone. Wolf Blitzer should have a knuckle bone. I'm going to go down the bone list now. Wolf Blitzer should eat a knuckle bone. Jake Tapwater should get a foot bone. What's the with that white turkey? I don't get it. I've never in my life seen an all-white turkey. I got to go back to it. He freed an all-white turkey. All-white turkey. It was so symbolic. It was shocking. It was a joke that he was playing on the nation. I know that they picked a turkey that was all white. I've seen turkeys that have a black feather on the tip. Even the gullet, the thing that hangs from the gullet, that ugly thing that always freaked me out as a boy, that thing that hangs under its neck. I never understood why did God make an animal with an ugly thing hanging from under its jaw, its beak? What is that thing hanging for? What's it for? There's something, I don't know about mating. I can't get into it. It's just something ugly about it. That thing, that red thing that hangs down under the turkey's neck. I think even that was white on the white turkey. They even found a turkey with a white thing hanging from its neck. What was that thing called? Does anyone know what that's called? Now I'm going to get a turkey farm. A what? Come on. A beard? That's not a beard. I have a beard. My beard is made of hair. What do you mean beard? A red thing is a beard? What is it for? Evolutionary-wise, is there an evolutionary biologist out there who could tell me what in the world God was thinking when he made that thing hang from a turkey's neck? That is disgusting. It's like a baboon. You look at them from the front, they could be seen as, okay, cute or whatever. They're menacing, but somehow cute. But from behind, thank God I wasn't born a baboon. Who would have to do that to imagine to get married? You have to run around like that? It looks like you had an act, and forget about it. Certain animals, there's something wrong with the evolutionary process. My dog, you look at the dog, it's a cute thing. It's got fur everywhere where it should be. It's got a tail where it should be, a nose, an ear. Nothing red hanging from its neck and nothing from behind where you want to, call an ambulance when you see it go. Oh, I know you don't want me to be this funny today. I'm just having a good time. The news is so horrendous. Can I be a little silly with you? Make believe I'm your uncle who had a little too much eggnog at the Thanksgiving party. Just think Uncle Mike had too much eggnog before the show. I never drink during the day. Don't think I did. I'm just feeling giddy. Tragedy of errors. Crew confusion led to deadly U.S. strike at Afghanistan hospital. Oh, that's the U.S. warplane strike at a hospital run by Doctors Without Borders. So now why are they running that today when it happened a month ago? I get to embarrass the U.S. military. I don't like Fox News at all. Fox News was attacking Putin around the clock for the last 48 hours. It's like suddenly they became ISIS. The outlet for ISIS Fox News became an outlet for ISIS. Megyn Kelly looked like she worked for ISIS. No, she looked like Mata Hari for ISIS for the last 48 hours. All right, John on KVOR, line number 6. You're on the Savage Nation on a pre-Thanksgiving show. What's on your mind?
Hey, Bernie, I've been trying to figure it out. What's the secret to a really good corned beef sandwich?
Okay, and you want me to answer that?
Bernie.
Oh, you want me to go into a Bernie and do it? I can't even channel him right now. All I could do is send you your book, which I'm not going to do because I think it's insulting to ask me to do it. I'm not even sending you a book. That's all. I'm not even sending him a free book. He's not even getting government zero for that stupid question. I know what he wanted. He wanted me to shift instantly from where my head is out now and do a Bernie Sanders imitation. You know that I can't channel him anymore? Do you know why? He's finished. He's not even seen anymore. He's not on a radar screen. You never see him. They pushed him off the stage. He has the appeal of Chris Christie. You guys are at the same percent